Hence, so we covered the topic of refraction, and in that laws of refraction, refractive index, absolute refractive index, relative refractive index, and refraction at curved surfaces. So there we have a relation between the five variables like refractive index of first medium, refractive index of second medium, object distance, image distance, and radius of curvature. Okay, capital R. So mu1, mu2, u, v, and r. Okay, that equation, that relation, okay, given, that is the refraction at a curved surface or curved spherical surface. There the refraction is made and we will get a formation of an image distance, object distance, and two mediums having the refractive indices mu1, mu2, and radius of curvature of that curved surface is given as capital R. Then you have the equation is, that is, you have we are discussed, or we are having mu2 by v plus mu1 by u is equal to mu2 minus mu1 upon r. So that is the equation or the relation already we discussed in the last class. Now the refraction can be takes place at curved surfaces if the two curves are exist. There is a formation of an optical instrument which is called as a lens. So there you can get a lens. What is a lens? And what is the lens maker's formula? And what is the lens equation? Okay. And what are the types of lenses we have? So that we have here, it is okay, we'll see or we'll discuss in this video. The introduction or the regarding the lenses we'll discuss. Okay. Now here I'll given this heading lens maker's formula. And is what is a lens? It is an optical instrument or optical device, so which can made refraction at two spherical surfaces or curved surfaces is called as a lens. It is an optical instrument or optical device by which or in which you can be observed there is a two refractions can be takes place, and that type of optical instrument is generally we can call it as it is a lens. It is a glass material, an optical glass material or device. It is a glass device, optical device, which can has two curved surfaces at which the refraction can takes place, which is called as a lens. Okay, it is an optical lens. Okay, that is what it's optical glass. Okay, where you can be observed the two refractions can be made for two curved surfaces. Okay, that is called as a lens, and we are based on the construction, based on the lens making. So based on that, how we are, which type of curves we are taking, accordingly the construction or making of the lenses, we are having the two types of lenses are there. That is types of lenses here we have. There are two types are there. One is convex lens, another one is concave lens. So that is here. First I just given what is the lens, and next we have here it is types of lenses. So in this there are two types are there. First one is a convex lens, and the second one is a concave lens. This convex lens is also called as a positive lens or converging lens. Positive lens or converging lens. Similarly, this concave lens is a negative lens and it is a diverging lens. Negative lens or diverging lens, that is called concave lens. Okay, and here you have these types of lenses, how they can be constructed. So I represented here, this is what it is called as the representation of convex lens. So here we have the convex lens. This is a one curve. For this curve, the center of curvature is here we have, right? From this curve, for this center here, from center to this curve, what is the distance is there? That is called radius of curvature for first curve, that is represented by R1. Okay, the radius of curvature for this first curve is R1. The radius for the second curve is, it is represented C2, the center. Center to this curve, the distance is represented by R2. It is a radius of curvature for second curve, right? And this, the center or the division of the lens along the vertical direction and where it is intersecting on the principal axis, that point is called optic center. It is O I am representing. And F1, F2 are the focus. There are two focus will be there for this lens. If it is any type of lens, we have the two focus are exist. That is a foci. Two foci are present. This is a focus 1, this is a focus 2, which are same distance or different distances, depends upon this lens consideration. Alright, because here the radius of curvatures are same, R1, R2 equal. We can call it the equiconvex lens it is. Different are there, R1, R2, it is a biconvex lens. Biconvex lens, equiconvex lens, or if you are making this one to be dividing along its vertical, then it is called as a plano-convex lens. So that is, we'll see types of lenses, types of that is convex as well as concave, but these are the basic division or the classification of lenses. So what is a lens and what are the types of lenses and how they can be constructed, in that what are the terminology we can be having. Principal axis, which is passing from the center C1, C2 along with the center of the lens, which is passing through the optic center, which is called principal axis. And for any lens there are two focus are exist, foci are exist, and also two curves are exist. They are having the two centers of curvature C1, C2 and radius of curvature R1, R2, right? So this is regarding a lens, the terminology is required, and we are having the two types of lenses are there, convex lens and concave lens. So convex lens is represented by like this, so concave lens also represented by like this. So here the terminology is same, but this convex lens is a positive lens or converging lens, and this concave lens is called as a diverging lens or negative lens. Correct. So this is a just information or introduction of a lens. So next we have the these lens maker's formula. Lens maker's formula, or before getting into that lens maker's formula, we can have, there are certain observations for a lens. In case of the mirrors also we see based on the position of the object, how we can get the image formations that we seen, right? So now I'll give you regarding the same observation for this, which one it is for lens also. For this lens already I given, for any curved surface there are two medias are there. The refractive indices are, what are those? The refractive indices are mu1, mu2, and object image distance are u and v, and radius of curvature is capital R. Then we have that relation is already we seen, right? Mu2 upon v minus it is a plus mu1 upon u is equal to mu2 minus mu1 by R. So that already we derived, we are having that equation, right? Now what we have here, it is there is a one more relation is there. So that relation is called as a lens maker's formula. Lens maker's formula. So I'll give you directly what is that lens maker's formula and also lens formula, the equations I'll give you. After that image formation for object positions for convex lens as well as concave lens. So that also we'll see. So this information whatever we are discussing, it is related to refraction process to curved surfaces or spherical surfaces. So that we are observing here. So now I'll give you the lens maker's formula and lens formula. Already we discussed lens equation, right? So lens equation we discussed in case of that is a mirror equation we discussed in case of reflection, correct? There we discussed the two types of mirrors, convex mirror, concave mirror, their differences, their uses, and mirror equation, right? So all those we seen in case of these curved mirrors. So that we seen. So now I'll give you this lens maker's formula. So lens maker's formula is let it be, we are considering any lens, either is concave lens or convex lens. Let it be, I am considering a convex lens. Let consider, I am not deriving directly, I will give this equation because there is no derivation required. Let consider a convex lens, and I'll give you first before this formula types of these lenses already given, convex, concave. Further these are divided. So here I will give you lens maker formula. I'll give you after this classification of lenses. Okay. So now I'll move on to this further classification of these individual lenses. So here I'll give you one by one. That is first one is here it is we'll go for the convex lens. So in convex lens we are having the, based on its construction, we can be having here three types of lenses are there. So the first one is a biconvex convex lens. Means here you can be observed to be having the radius of curvatures are different. The curves are having the different radius of curvatures. There you can be called it is a biconvex. That means R1 is not equal to R2. So that is you can be observed to be having here. The R1, R2s are different. So this is one observation. So for this is a central optic center O, and for this curve center of curvature is here C1. For this curve center of curvature is here C2. From here to here it is a radius of curvature R1. And from here to here, this second curve, the radius of curvature is R2. These R1, R2 are different. They are not equal. So these R1, R2 are not equal. That is biconvex, it is called. And another one is there. We can call it is a second one, equiconvex. Equiconvex lens. That means for equiconvex, the radius of curvatures are same. That means here can be observed R1 is equal to R2. R1 is equal to R2. So there you can call that lens is a convex or concave. If the radius of curvature is equal, that is equiconvex or equiconcave. You can be observed. So here biconvex or biconcave. So this is a convex. You can also draw the concave also. So just you can be observed there R1, R2 are not equal. So either you can be observed convex lens or concave lens or concave lens. So any type of lenses you can be having here biconvex or maybe biconcave also. Where you can be observed these radius of curvatures of two curves are not equal. If they are not equal, you can call them as a biconcave. Bi means two. The two curves are having the two different radius, hence it is called as a biconvex or biconcave. So if it is a concave is there, just you can make to represent it is a concave lens like this. The radius of curvatures are not equal, that's all. So this is a optic center, the center of that lens vertically you can be intersecting on the principal axis. It is called optic center capital O. And for this first curve, the center of curvature is here C1. And for the second curve, the center of curvature is here, it is C2. So here to here the distance is, it is R1. And here to here the distance is radius of curvature, it is R2. So these R1, R2 are not equal. R1, R2 are not equal. This condition is satisfied. Then they are called biconvex or biconcave. Similarly here equiconvex or equiconcave also. Convex or you can also write equiconcave. Equiconcave lens. So in any one of these you can be observed to be having again their radius of two curves are equal. The radii of two curves are equal. That is R1, R2 are equal. So I can draw here it is I can put so I'll go for this convex lens. Let it be equiconvex. So this is the optic center where it is intersecting on the principal axis, optic center. For this curve, the center of curvature is here, it is C1. For this curve, center of curvature is here, it is C2. But here to here, that is equal. That is here, this one is R2. And this side it is R1. Here to here. And from here to here, these distance, this distance, both are equal. Then it is called as a equiconvex lens. Right. Similarly, if you go for the concave, so that is you can be observed to be having here, it is so this is a concave lens. And I am extending this one is let it be principal axis, which is intersecting. It is optic center. And for this curve, center of curvature is C1 here. For this curve, the center of curvature here it is C2. C1 to O, that is distance is radius of curvature R1 for first curve. And for second curve, the radius of curvature from optic center to C2, that is R2. So these are R1, R2, that this distance is equal. This is convex, this is a concave lens. But the radius of curvatures are equal. Then they can call it as a equiconvex or equiconcave lens. Correct? Similarly, third, you can call it as a plano-convex or plano-concave lens. So anyone you can write or plano-convex lens or plano-concave lens. So plano means one of the surface should be plane surface. Only one curved surface should be exist. So I am making this one to be plane, you can take divide this one to be the two halves, two equal halves. So I can draw this one is this is a plano-convex. One of the surface is a plane surface. Maybe you take this side is plane, this side is curve, but one of the surface should be a plane, another one is a curve. Then it is called as a plano. Plane surface should be existing. This is the principal axis, and it is the optic center. And for this, the radius of curvature or the radius of a plane or a straight line, it is a infinity. Right? We don't have any the distance. For this, where is the radius? We cannot be say no. It is infinity. There is a undefined. But for this, it is existing. This is a curve. No, this side it is center of curvature is there C1 or C only. Here to here the radius is there that I am representing by R itself. Radius of curvature. For this, radius of curvature is infinity. So this is let it be. I am taking the first for plane. For plane, let it be R1 is infinity. For this curve, R2 is the radius of curvature. This is plano-convex lens. Right? Similarly, I will go for the plano-concave lens. So you can take here it is. One of the surface should be plane. You take any one. So this is a plane. And another surface is a curve like this. This is a plane. This is a curve. So this type of lens is called the plano-concave lens. Convex means it is outside. See here, this is outside. It is outside curve, but this is inside curve. So inside curve is just you make this one to the two halves. So this part and this part. So this is a one plano-concave lens. This is another plano-concave lens. So this part you can see that only I drawn here. So this one, right? So this is called the plano-concave lens. And again for this one. This is the first surface. For this, our radius of curvature is infinity. This is the another surface. For this side, you can be observed here it is center of curvature. For this curve, radius of curvature is R2. But R2 is I am writing as a R itself or R2 only existing here. This is what you can be observed. It is the radius of curvature. So one of the radius of curvature will become infinity, or one of the surface will become plane surface. Then it is called as a plano-convex lens or plano-concave lens, where that radius of curvature for one of the surface will become infinity, which is called as a plano-convex lens or plano-concave lens. So these are the three types of lenses you can be having based on their radius of curvatures existing for the two curves. Accordingly, we have these classifications for the respective both convex as well as concave lenses. Right? So it is just different types. You have to remember the terminology. Biconvex. Bi means R1, R2 not equal. Equiconvex or concave. Any type of lens, but their radius of curvatures are equal. R1 is equal to R2. And similarly, you have the plano-convex or plano-concave. Plano means one of the surface should be plane, so that its radius will become infinity. Then you can call that lenses are plano-convex lens or plano-concave lens. That is another type, right? So this information you have to remember. So now I can move on to that lens maker's formula. So that lens maker's formula is applicable, or it is obeyed, or you can use for any type of lens. Any type of lens you can use that lens maker's formula. Lens maker's formula you can be used. Okay. So that is what you can be having that information or equation. So what is that equation? Lens maker's formula. Lens maker's formula. Now you can be having this one. It is lens maker's formula or equation, whatever it is. So to prepare or to construction or to making of a lens, this equation should be obeyed. Based on this equation itself, we can be construct what is the radius of one surface, radius of another surface. According to the applications of that lens, we can be constructed. Okay. So lens maker's formula. For this, you can have here it is an equation. That equation is nothing but here it is. I'm writing directly. It is 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to mu2 minus mu1 upon mu1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So this is what it is called as a equation for a lens. To construct that lens, it should be required to obey by any lens. We can use a formula. That formula is called lens maker's formula, which is given by this one. So in this we have a lens. That lens is having radius of curvatures of the two surfaces are r1 r2. Okay, for a given object the image is formed so that the object distance is u, image distance is v, and the refractive index of that lens is mu2, and outside of the lens is a refractive index is mu1. Okay, then you can have the relation between these variables are given by, this is the equation. Let it be, I am drawing here. So this is a biconvex lens, here you have. So here the refractive index is mu1 outside. This is also mu1. The lens, the glass material will be having the refractive index is mu2. This is the optic center, let it be O. Okay, right. For this curve, the radius of curvature is r1. For this curve, the radius of curvature is r2. Now the object distance, somewhere you have the object is there O. So after interaction for this one and this one, let it be somewhere you got the image formation. Here it is a I image like this, let it be formed like this, let it be. Then the object to this optic center, here O is there, let it be, this is the object. No, I am writing object OB, object here. So from this object to the optic center, this is the object distance U, and similarly this optic center to the image, the distance is V. Then here U, V, mu1, mu2, r1, r2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 variables are there. Object distance, image distance, and refractive index of that lens, and refractive index of the outside of the lens, mu1, mu2, and the respective radius of curvatures for that two curves of the lens, r1, r2, mu1, mu2, u, v. These 6 variables combiningly we have a relation. That relation is called as the Lensmaker formula, which is given by, this is the equation. So this equation is what it is called as a Lensmaker's formula. What is that? Lensmaker's formula. And in this, there is some information that we can modify, that if this outside of the lens mu1 we are taken the refractive index, and if the refractive index here the medium is, if we are taken the air medium, for air medium already we have, what is the refractive index? It is 1, right? So I can replace in place of the mu1 as 1 for which one it is? For it is observed to be having existing for air medium or free space. Or else, if suppose this object is at infinity, this object distance I am taking as u is equal to, here u is infinity. Anything by infinity is a 0. And when the object is at infinity, this image distance will be forms at focus, which is a focal length. So if it is, if I am taking a condition that if u is equal to infinity or it is minus infinity, u is equal to minus infinity, that is according to sign conventions, then v is equal to, it is a focal length only, the final image will be formed, so that at focus it will form when the object is at infinity, so that it can be having v is equal to f. And again this is also, you can be observed to be having positive or plus, you can be observed, here it is based on the image formation. So v is equal to, you can be observed f. And if these conditions are, if you are observed to be put in these, then what you can be get, this equation will become 1 by v. V is nothing but what? F. So I can put this one is 1 by f minus 1 upon infinity, maybe plus or minus whatever it is equal to, it is mu2 minus, and also we have taken the refractive index of the outside of that lens is taken as a free space or air. For free space or air medium, the refractive index is unity or 1, so that I am taking mu1 as a 1. So here it is mu2 minus 1. And also the refractive index of the glass is mu2 is there, but I am taking mu2 is a mu itself. Mu2 is equal to mu only I am taking. Therefore I am writing here itself as a mu only. Mu minus 1 upon 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So further 1 upon infinity, it will become 0. So I can write this one is 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So this equation is what it is called as a Lensmaker's formula. It is a Lensmaker's formula, right? So this equation is called as a, this one, this equation is called as a Lensmaker's formula. Lensmaker's formula. And if you compare this equation with this one, if you see, so mu1 is we are taken as 1, this will become mu minus 1, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, that RHS will be same, no? So that you can equate LHS also. So if I taken this equation is a 1, this equation is a 2, by comparing 1 and 2, this equation when you compare, this RHS will be same, means you can equate to LHS also. So that means this equation is the second equation is called Lenzmaker formula, and by combining these two 1 and 2 equations, I can write from 1 and 2 equations, I can put here 1 by f is equal to this equation. That means here 1 upon f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. You can get this one. So this equation is called as a Lenz formula. It is a Lenz formula. So important to remember this equation. So what we discussed today is for calculation part, it is very, very important, as well as it is also important in your 11th to 12th also, where we have the light. Okay, refraction is there. These two equations are important for lenses. Lenzmaker formula, Lenz formula. So this 1 by f is equal to 1 by u minus 1 by v is called as the Lenz formula. And this equation is called as a Lenzmaker's formula, as we are taking as the outside of the lens. This is a lens. The outside of the lens, what do you have? Air. For air or free space, what is the refractive index? It is a 1. So mu minus 1. In case of or in place of mu1, I can write 1. So that this formula, this equation can be modified into this one by taking this consideration, because of air medium only we are considering, where you are keeping that lens. Lens is having the refractive index is mu. Outside the lens we have the air medium, for that refractive index is 1. So that this equation is converted to in this form. This equation is what is called as a Lenzmaker's formula. To construct or to prepare any lens, it depends upon the requirement. The glass will be having its focal length or whatever, the refractive index is constant. So based on their refractive indices, what is the focal length, that we can be determined. Our focal length we required some value. So what are the values of R1, R2 we can be choose. Accordingly we can be construct the lens. So this equation is useful to make a lens or to prepare a lens. Hence it is called as a Lenzmaker's formula. What is that? Lenzmaker's formula or equation. Right? So these two are very, very important. If you observe this equation and mirror equation, almost both are equal, except here we have the minus, there we have the positive plus. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u is mirror equation. But here we have 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u is the Lenz formula or Lenz equation. Right? So this is a simple difference between the equations applied for the lenses and mirrors. Right? This is minus is there, no, then it is called Lenz formula. If the plus is there here, that is called mirror equation. For mirrors you have to apply, for curved mirrors, right? So these formulas are these equations you have to remember, right? What is the mu here? Refractive index of glass. Mu1 or this one is refractive index of air medium or free space when you consider. Actually formula is this one, but this formula is modified into in this form when we are having this equation is we are taken here mu2 minus mu1 by mu1. If this outside of the mirror, outside of this lens is not a air space, you have to take what is the refractive index of that medium. Suppose here water is there, we are keeping this lens inside the water. We should not be take this one as this mu1 as a water. There one cannot be keep. You have to keep a 4 by 3 because it is a water. So you have to use this formula there. So in place of this you can write 1 by f. Okay, fine. But here what you can write? Not mu minus 1. Here you have to write mu g, that is refractive index of glass minus refractive index of water upon refractive index of water, that you have to write. So depends upon the medium outside the lens, there you have to apply. But here I am taking the medium outside the lens is a mu1 is equal to 1 as free space I can consider, so that I'll modify this equation into in this form. Correct? This equation is called as a Lenzmaker formula, and actual formula is this one. Okay. So in place of this I can put here it is 1 by f. Okay. Okay, with this I can conclude this class. We'll see further observations regarding these lenses or some problems, some other applications or image formations based on the object location. So we'll see in the next class, right? Okay, fine.